Hey guys, thank you for tuning back in. Hopefully, you checked out the other videos. But today we are here and we want to let you know that it is bigger than money. You heard it right. What is bigger than money? How could it possibly be bigger than money? And I would love to share that with you, but I just want to tell you a little bit more how I came to this conclusion. So, what could possibly be bigger than money? Think about that, write it down, know that before I say what I'm about to say, right? What could be bigger than money, right? We all had money, right? I'm hoping that if you tuning in, you didn't had some money before. And there is something that you know that is bigger than money. What could that possibly be? Well, could it be your health? Could it be your children? Could it be your joy? Could it be your peace? Could it be your understanding? What could it be, right? Your home? What could it be, right? And so we know that in this life there's going to be challenges, right? There's also in that, equal to that, victories, right? And that's what I like to focus on, the victory strategies to get you into the mind frame and the mindset to win, right? That's how we want to do. We want to win no matter what, in the seasons that we are in and that we transition into. So just think of the place you in right now. It's a transition period. It's a transition season. And if you watch the last video that I done, guess what? You go back to it and see how that it's a state of mind, right? So we want to push your mind into it's bigger than money to write your story, right? So let's think about it. If someone had your story and could transform their life from it, wouldn't you say that's bigger than money? If they was in a state of mind to where they were losing their home, but you have a strategy for them to keep their home, wouldn't that be beneficial for them? We talking about changing lives, right? So when you think about changing lives, that's a different platform, that's a different level, that's a different thought pattern, because you're investing time into being able to transform a life with your story. That's what's bigger than money. It's bigger than money because how else can you someone get the knowledge? Of course, there's other books. Yeah, someone else wrote the story. Someone else had a similar story, but there's no one that's like you can tell it the way you want to tell it, right? That's we know that you are unique and the audience, right? I like to think of. I know one year I'm gonna tell y'all this story. There was a story of when I did I Am the Woman. I was like, I am the woman, I am the woman, I am the woman. And then I saw Sarah Jakes with something I am the woman or the it was just worded different. I had I am woman, she had I am the woman, something like that, right? So same thing, it was just similar. And I was like, dang, she's gonna reach more people than I am. That's the thought process. That's the wrong thought process, right? So the thought that I should have had was, no, we are in alignment. See, in the kingdom of God, there's something called alignment, right? And in that, when you're in alignment, everybody's going the same direction. And I always talk about the movie Nemo, Finding Nemo, right? And there's some sea turtles. Nemo and not Nemo, his dad, the clownfish, is in the sea. Him and the other bluefish, and they in there with all these turtles, and the turtles about to tell them their exit, but they all moving together, going in the same direction, in the same path. It's like they all going together. I like to think that that's how the people who are believers and they are on the mission, the same mission to serve God, right? And we all trying to get to the same place. Guess what? He's downloading the ideas. And that's how we're all on the same page. So it may sound similar, but we're reaching two totally different audiences. So think about that. So your idea is not unvaluable, right? And think about the bread that's in the store. Why is there so many different types of bread? It's because everybody has a different taste, right? And think about the people who don't eat bread. So what do they do? So we got to think about how is bigger than what you're thinking it is. You think, oh, it's just a book that I'm going to write. No, it's going to be an impact. It's going to be a life that you change through the words that you write down. What are the words you're going to write down? I don't know what they're going to be. You got to figure that out. right? You have to figure that part out. So I'm gonna just tell you guys some little ways that I came up with the process of writing my book and how it was able to be shared with other individuals. So I have right now, as of today, I have two books and a workbook. I actually written three books, but two published, right? And I have an ebook as well. So when I came up with my first book, all I wanted to do is put my words that I speak into a different form. And I'm like, what form is it? I was really thinking, like, what form is it? I was young. It wasn't really talked about, like books, writing. Social media wasn't really a big thing, a platform. And so since now it is, of course, I didn't have the strategy. I didn't have the tools. I didn't have the steps. I didn't have nobody telling me how to do it. So one of the things I thought of, what can I share with the people? What did I want to share? I wanted them to know that this is it. This moment right now is all we have. So if I want to do something new, I got to forget about the past, focus on this moment, and then guess what? The future is going to get here sooner than later, right? But my focus had to shift from this is it. What information can I learn right now to help me? I can't talk about what I don't know. What information can I put into my mind to get me to point A to point B? And that's your focus, right? And as you move about, guess what? The answers are going to come because you're moving in the direction towards your goals, right? Bam, wham, bam, let's go. And so think about how you want to be perceived now. You can rewrite your story. That's exactly what I did. I wasn't an author then before the first book. It wasn't even possible. It wasn't even happening. But now I am. And so with that being said, think about what you would bring to your audience. What would you share with them? So in spite of that, and with that, okay, this is it. I challenge you to take control of your life. Why did I want them to know that? Because I wanted them to know that they can take control of their life right now. But this is it. These are your next decisions. Right now, when we get off of this, your next decision is, hey, I can sit down and write right now, or I can wait till later. Another year will pass, then 2 years, then 3 years, 4 years. Someone said that the cemetery is one of the richest places because people die with ideas, right? It's just an idea. Who knows if it's going to work? I'm not saying you're going to be a bestseller. I'm not saying that. I'm saying write it. It's bigger than money. Let's shift it. Let's shift this focus. It can be, yes, you can make the millions, you can do all those things, but it's bigger than money. On my vision board, before I wrote the book, I had a vision board. And everything has came true on this vision board, right? Within 5 years, everything came true. Um, except for the Nissan Armada. I didn't get the Nissan Armada. I had a Tahoe or whatever, but I didn't get the Nissan Armada. Okay, cool. That was the only thing, right? But other than that, I had a cruise on there. I had my book. It was before the first book was done. I had all these things on there. But one of the important thing was I had on there is if I could just reach one person. If I could just reach one person. How would I know if I reached that one person? I don't know what you have to set up in your mind to let you know, hey, I reached someone. So one time I was speaking at the college and they brought me back. I had a club there at a college that I attended, and they brought me back. They brought me back when my book was done, right? And it was a great experience to come back, be asked to come back. And as I got done speaking to these students and whoever else was in the room, I had a admin come up and telling me, we was in the hallway, and she just went down and started bawling, crying. And I was like, what is going on? So I've heard of stories like this of other speakers sharing their story in front of the room, and they say things have happened to them and they have reached these people and things of that nature. But I didn't know what was happening. I'm like, whoa, she was really, it was life changing. It was transformational. It was impactful. The words that I spoke into her life. And I don't know which words those were. I was just sharing my story with them that day, and how I was shy and timid and all those other things, and how I started taking the necessary steps to change my life. Right. And so how I wanted to be bold and courageous, and now I'm bold and courageous, right? How I move from fear to faith, how I'm walking it out now, right? And so that is my story of how I know that this is transformational and I impact that one person's life. So you got to know what you want to do with this. But what do you want? You just want it for your grandkids to see it? Or do you want it just to be the bestseller? Do you want it in your business and put it in your establishment? And when customers come in that you already have, you can sell it to them. What do you want from this, right? You have to know that. So then the next person who wrote the book, I mean not wrote the book, who another person who read the book, and I'm just talking about the two most memorable people who've read told me some things. A lot of other people told me some things about the book, how it helped them, da da da. The other lady, she said something. And it got my attention. She made a post about it. And she said, I read the book, but I think it was talking about her life right now and how she is transforming. And at that particular time, I was going through another transition in my life. And it was right on time for me. So it wasn't what her words was, as she talked about my book and how it helped her, it also impacted my life. So this is also impacting your life, knowing that you can impact somebody's life. We are here to serve, right? It's bigger than money. We are here to serve, and that gives us more energy, more power, more knowing, more sense of belonging, more ways to connect, more ways to be unstoppable, right? So once we defined what that is that we are after, because it's got to be bigger than money. It has to be. It has to equal something more bigger. Do you want to feel accomplished? I don't know what that may be for you, but it is available to you. Then the one more time. So that was one, then two, then three. Okay, the third time was my son. He was talking to his friend. This is my oldest son. He was probably 16 at the time, and the kids outside, boys. I have three sons. They was outside playing, and my mom. He said my mom would always say, "It's done." I did used to always say that, but I wasn't thinking about it. Like, wow, I did say that. I was affirming that the book was going to be done. I'm gonna get it done. I don't know how, but I'm gonna get it done. So I always say, it's done, it's done, it's done, it's done, it's done. And that's what he was telling his friends, that it's done. So he's able to hear. I didn't know he was listening. We're talking about impacting lives, something that's bigger than money, right? My son was able to hear me talk about the book, and then it's done. They was like, yeah, he was showing his friends the book. Y'all, it's bigger than money. It's life changing. We're changing lives here. And once you get that into your mind, you'll know that it's bigger than money. Oh, I'm changing lives. Yeah, money gonna come. That's automatic. Oh my God, I'm about to stand up and shout. That is automatic. That is going to be automatic. The money is automatic if you're changing lives. It's gonna come at you. It's gonna get thrown at you. It's just gonna come, right? Because you're changing life. You're making an impact. You're bringing peace. You're bringing love. You're bringing joy. You're bringing transformation. Okay? And so just think of it that way. So, but if you never take the action step of executing on what you know, what you feel, it's going to always torment you. So my question is, what's tormenting you? Yeah, you need a strategy for that. Yeah, you need to do that. What's tormenting you? Is it money? Is you just thinking about the money? Well, guess what? The money's gonna come if you're doing what you're supposed to do. That's the money. That's what he put inside of us. God is not gonna come down here and hand us $1 million. It will definitely look great, feel great, and make me happy. It really would. But there's something called character building. There's something called work ethic. There's something called building muscles. There's something called I like what David Goggins said when he talking about callousing your mind as you write down each and every day. I talk about right now as I do these videos. These videos are a challenge, y'all. I've been challenged to do my 100 videos. Why have I have the information, but why isn't it? I'm not putting it out. This is free. I charge for this, but let me put it out. And then when someone comes to me for my time, I can direct them to my videos. If they don't want to look at my videos, we're talking about another stream of income now, right? If they don't want to look at the YouTube videos I have, that's when I say, hey, I charge this amount, right? That's another stream of income. Did you know that? That's another stream of income. as you being the expert in your field. You are knowledgeable of the information that you're sharing with other people. You have built it. It's you, right? So it's bigger than money. What is it then, Charlotte? It's life changing. Life, what is anything could be life changing. I had another pivotal moments. Think about pivotal moments. You can write that down. Think about pivotal moments that happen in your life. I'm gonna talk about this one, and that's gonna be our time. Pivotal moment that I had long time ago when I got laid off of a job. I got laid off in 2009. It was December 16th. I remember like it was yesterday because that was life changing. Because I'm working, I'm hustling. I wasn't hustling then. I was working a job. And I went out. I got to receive a text message of the lady who worked at the same place I used to work at, which was Walmart, right? And she sent me a text. I can't remember what all the text was about. I just know I had to come to this place, da 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 da. But she said life changing. That's all it had said. Life changing event. That's all I needed to know because I needed a life change. And ever since that day in 2009, when I went into that event, my life has not been the same. That event, it was, other people call it a pyramid scheme. I'm glad I wasn't knowledgeable of that because I probably wouldn't have did it. Oh no, this is a scam, blah blah blah. No, I was buying the product at wholesale, selling it retail. Life changing because I can do this all day. I can sell something all day. And so I had, I'm about to shout. It was life, it changed my life. I didn't have no dreams. I didn't have no goals. I needed my life changed. That's what oh my God. I needed my life changed. Right. And I'm not pointing this at you. I'm just talking because I'm trying not to get excited. So I'm trying to have some proposal here. We're talking about some life changing information. Then I was in that, and then somebody else turned that pivotal into another book. Yeah, I'm making money, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But now I got into another company and a person gave me a book. When he gave me that book by Lisa Nichols called No Matter What, December of 2010, so a whole year later, a book changed my life. A book. Not one time, not two times, not three times, not four times. There's several books that is very pivotal for my journey. Books that somebody wrote, somebody had to write them. Somebody, right? And so I want to make you aware that you are valuable and your story matters, whether it's informative, whether it's a story, by whatever you're going to write about, it's important and it's imperative that you write it now because your story matters. I'm more big on self-help books because self-help books is what's going to change a person's life. I'm not a novelist or anything of that nature, so that's you, right? Kudos. Just know it's bigger than money. That someone's going to read that story and it's going to inspire them to do something and never land. I don't know, but just know that that's going to be beneficial to somebody else too. Okay. Super. So, what the biggest takeaway I want you to know is bigger than money. It's life changing. Think about some things that has changed your life. Write about it. The 7 ways of this, the 10 ways of this, the 3 ways I mastered this, the easiest way to do this. I don't know. That's just the easy form that I can share with you of a how-to book or something if you're a business person because it takes time. You're already in business. You got this is another flow, another stream of income to get your time back. Business owners, if you're a business owner out there, this will be a tool and an extra stream of income that you can have more time after you fit you hey that one time thing, and then you have it, and that's another additional stream for the customers that you already have, and it will save you time when somebody can help ask you how you do this, how you do that, how that. Put it in the book. They ask you stuff all the time. Honor you the go-to person. You can't be on the phone all day with these people. Put it in the book. Have you got my book? You, that's it. Oh, I have a consultation for that. Right? Yay! Look, guys, I'm excited. I'm on a roll. I'm on a journey. And so make sure you guys like and subscribe and make sure you share this with someone else because this is a form of a book. It's just in a video. It's just in a video format, right? And so you don't know who life it can change. All right, you guys, I am the victory queen, challenging people to use strategies that is life changing for them. So I provide those for you and also help you expand your business. So I'm super excited to share that with you guys. And remember, there's only one you, so you might as well be the best you that you can be. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like and subscribe.